He was born a slave. He died a legend. He never wore a crown, never sat on a throne, but his name terrified the greatest empire on earth. To Rome, he was a rebel. To his people, he was freedom itself. This is not just the story of a warrior. It's the story of a man who turned chains into courage. This is the story of Spartacus. More than 2,000 years ago, in a land ruled by the Roman Empire, slavery was a way of life. Millions were owned, bought, and sold like animals, forced to fight, to serve, to die for the pleasure of others. Among them was a man named Spartacus, born in Thrace, a rugged land north of Greece. He was strong, proud, and unbroken. Captured by Roman soldiers, chained and sold into slavery, he was sent to a gladiator school in Capua. There, men were trained to kill or be killed, to entertain the crowds in Rome's blood-soaked arenas. Every day, Spartacus fought for survival. Every night, he dreamed of freedom. He saw men beaten, broken, forgotten, but inside him burned a fire the Romans could not break. He knew he was meant for more than dying to amuse others. He was meant to live as a free man. In 73 BC, that moment came. Tired of the whip and the cage, Spartacus and a small group of gladiators broke out of the school. Armed with kitchen knives and stolen swords, they fought their way through guards and escaped into the hills. Only 70 men at first, but freedom spreads like fire. Soon hundreds joined them, then thousands. Runaway slaves, farmers, shepherds, and rebels from every corner of Italy. What began as an escape became a revolution. Rome laughed at first. How could slaves defeat legions? But Spartacus was no ordinary man. He trained his followers like soldiers, taught them discipline, courage, unity. They built camps, ambushed Roman patrols, seized weapons and supplies. In one battle after another, they crushed the Roman armies sent to stop them. For the first time in history, slaves defeated Rome. Spartacus had become more than a man. He was a symbol. He could have run. He could have sailed away to freedom. But he stayed, because his dream was not escape. It was justice. He wanted freedom for all. He wanted to end the world of masters and slaves. But Rome would never allow that dream. The Senate sent its most ruthless general, Marcus Licinius Crassus, with 10 full legions, tens of thousands of soldiers against an army of slaves. For 2 years, Spartacus fought them, across mountains, rivers, and plains. Each victory came with loss. His people were brave but weary. Supplies ran low. Betrayals crept in. Freedom was slipping away. In the winter of 71 BC, on the plains near the Silarus River, the final battle began. Spartacus stood at the front, sword in hand, blood on his face, courage in his eyes. He charged into the Roman lines like a storm, cutting through enemy after enemy, fighting his way toward Crassus himself. But numbers overwhelmed him. Wounded, surrounded, he fell, a free man to the end Rome celebrated. The rebellion was crushed. 6,000 captured slaves were crucified along the Appian Way, a line of death stretching for miles. But even nailed to crosses, their message could not be silenced. They had shown the world that the will to be free is stronger than fear, stronger than chains, stronger than death. Spartacus's body was never found. Some say it was lost among the fallen. Others say it was hidden by those who loved him. But his name lived on, whispered in secret by the oppressed, remembered by the forgotten. Centuries later, poets, writers, and revolutionaries spoke his name as a symbol of defiance. Karl Marx called him the greatest hero of the ancient world. Modern movements for freedom carried his spirit, the courage to stand against impossible odds. He didn't fight for glory, he didn't fight for wealth, he fought so others could live free. And though his rebellion failed, His dream did not. Spartacus taught the world that no empire, no army, no power can chain the human spirit forever. He showed that even a slave can rise against tyranny and become immortal. He was born in bondage. He died for freedom. He became legend. Spartacus, the slave who defied an empire and became the heartbeat of liberty itself.